Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host Justin. So I know I said I was gonna review my next TV review was gonna be Sliders, but the problem with that show is that it sucks, and I don't want to watch it. It doesn't suck. It's just a premise that I've just seen like a shitload of times in like comic books and stuff, and watching a TV show where like characters hop from different parallel universe, just does not does not interest me. Though it's the thing where if I had seen it as a kid, I probably would have loved it. Which I think I did catch a couple episodes as a kid, but it's just like as an adult, that doesn't interest me. And Jerry O'Connell is a really bad. He's not a really bad actor, but he's like a serviceable actor. But so we're here today to review the first episode of Mr. Mercedes, which is based off a book. I think it's a trilogy, but I don't know if each book is related to each other. Of like hard-boiled detective novels by Stephen King, which I had heard from people that this book had like its antagonist was a vampire, based off the first episode and the Wikipedia description. That's full of shit. Or I could be wrong. I would love if it turns out that the main villain turned out to be a vampire or some shit, but I highly doubt it. So the show, I don't even know who created this show. It's like let me see. Writers David E. Kelly, Stephen King, Dennis Lehane, Brian Goboloff. I don't know who that is. So like the TV show was produced by AT&T, which is like the cell phone network. Which whenever whenever you see somebody's phone, you see the AT&T logo. So we'll just go in the cast. The TV show stars Brandon Gleeson, the Irish actor, as Bill Hodges, a retired detective. You got Harry Treadaway as Brady Hartsfield. It says here seasons 1 and 2. What does that mean? Because there's like 3 seasons. Did they replace him or he died? I don't know. Holden Taylor as Ida Silver. Josephine Hawley as Gibney, Charles Jerome as Jerome Robinson, and you also have Breda Wool as Lou Linklater. Which, when I saw this character, I straight up thought, "Oh my god, like, is that a trans?" And according to her Wikipedia, it's a woman, but I highly doubt it. No offense to you. Yeah. I'm not gonna make any jokes, but 5'11". A 5'11" woman. Okay. Okay. So the show is about it starts off back during the show takes place during the Obama administration. It starts off in 2009, where you see a bunch of characters, including like a woman and a baby, outside of like a job fair, while waiting in line in the early morning to get in so they can get a job, because it's during the recession, right? Which we're probably already in. Thanks America for voting Democrat again. Oy vey. But so it's the recession. People are in line. While they're waiting, some asshole with a Mercedes shows up with a clown mask and runs them over, including the woman and her 2-month-old baby, which probably should not have brought her out, in the early morning. But like she said, "Oh, I didn't have a babysitter." You don't have like parents or somebody, or like a baby daddy or something to to look after your baby? I guess not. But then again, babies, it's not like you can leave the baby at home, because you need to feed them every 4 hours, you know, so it's like, and you should never leave a baby by herself at home. Yeah, so, Brendan Gleeson's in charge of the case. 2 years later, he retires, and he's getting used to his, you know, retirement life. He hangs out with his, like, ex-partner, I'm assuming, who looks like that Obama impersonator. Right? And, yeah, he gets a weird email from a Mr. M, which has this video of this guy claiming to be the killer, like, you know, trolling our dude, right? And there's even a scene later on where, like, our character clicks on an ad, right, which has a smiley face on it, which our killer adopts as his logo, and it shows like GoPro footage of the dude running over the people, right? While that's going on, we know who the killer is. He's this guy who works at an electronics store with his lesbian co-worker and their you know, do-gooder boss, which, you know, the show has other contents for, even though he comes off like a good person, but because, you know, because, like, he likes to lecture people, he's a bad guy or whatever, right? So, like, yeah, and the killer for this show is kind of a loser. He has this kind of incestuous relationship with his mom, kind of like the Ryan Gosling and, like, Only God Forgives, which we were supposed to review that movie for Incel Month, but we didn't, because, like, I was very unmotivated for Incel Month. Kind of like I am for this show, which also the main character, Brandon Gleeson, is Irish, but is supposed to have been in the police force, you know, for 36 years, right, in this city. You would think 36 years, you know, he would have lost his accent. And do they even let, like, foreigners become police officers? I don't even know, to be honest. I've seen foreigner cops in, like, you know, movies and TV, but I don't know, in real life. I never saw a press conference and you hear a guy with an Irish accent or African accent or whatever, right? A foreign accent. So it's like that kind of makes me wonder, hey, is that something that happens? I don't know, but, like, honestly, something tells me the character was supposed to be American, but Brandon Gleeson was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do American accent, so because I don't feel like it. I don't know, maybe they told him not. He didn't have to, which apparently he can't do American accent. He played Donald Trump in, like, in a hit piece before the election, where he did, like, an American accent, you know. Which, like, it's the thing where I know for Irish people it can be kind of hard to do American accent, but, like, for fuck's sakes, like, Liam Neeson did a fucking New York accent for what was it called? A Walk Among Tombstones, which is an awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, it has Dan Stevens from that show I don't watch, and that movie Apostle, which was a cool movie. And I haven't seen The Guest yet. I might review it at some point, right? But yeah, Walk Among Tombstones. If you haven't seen it, check that movie out. Apparently, the Jeff Bridges played the same. It's based off a book character. Jeff Bridges played him in the movie called A 8 Million Ways to Die. I think the movie's called. It's on Blu-ray, right? So yeah, my problem with the show is, he also has, like, a black teenager that does tech stuff for him, who mows his lawn, and, you know, is able to do tech stuff. Which is, if you can do tech stuff, why are you mowing people's lawns? But whatever, right? I don't know. It's the thing where I thought the episode was mostly boring until like the first. Well, I thought the first 20 minutes was boring, except for the gory shit at the beginning. That was, I guess, cool. You see limbs and stuff, right? But yeah, it doesn't get interesting until like he starts, starts thinking about the case. He starts investigating stuff, but he doesn't really do much investigation, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. It's the thing where like I bought the first episode and I kind of want to keep watching the show. But like I don't know. It's the thing where like I was told there was a vampire in this show, and from what I hear, there is no vampire. So I'm a little disappointed. And yeah, that's the thing, because I kind of like that about Stephen King, where like where it'll have like a mundane setting, but there'll be like supernatural shit shoehorned in there. And I know people hate the supernatural shit. I personally love the supernatural shit. That's why I like Stephen King's stuff, which, I'm not a huge book reader of his. I do own a couple of his books, but I've only read one to completion. That's like, well, I read like I think I read two to completion. Yeah, I read like I read the first two Dark Tower books. I still have to finish the third one, and I have to get the other ones, But at the same time, I have the first volume of the graphic novel, so it's like, I don't know. It's the thing where I'm torn. Like, do I want to read the Marvel Comics graphic novel version, or do I want to read the book version? Which, one's more expensive than the other, but one is like, faster to read than the other. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, if I were to give this rating, I don't know. It's the thing where like, to be honest, like the performances could have been better. The whole subplot where he has this old lady neighbor who's like the mom from Charlie Sheen's mom from like 2.5 Men, who's like Brandon Gleeson's neighbor, who wants to have sex with him, which is like, super creepy. The guy is too polite to tell her, dude, like, lady, no offense, but you're an old woman. Like, I don't want to bang you. It's like, I'm not that fucking old. Yeah, so like, yeah, she gets offended when like she shows him her nudes, and he's like, oh, what the fuck, you're buck naked in this. Which like that was the only funny part in the episode, to be honest. So the scene where the dude's mom kisses him and then he goes in the basement and doesn't even bother, right in the right behind the door to the basement, doesn't even bother going down the stairs. He just starts jerking off, winking off, right? Which is like, oh my god, that's so like. But if you're like super turned on, it's like, dude, like, I mean, it's the thing where like this guy's going to go to hell for fucking murdering people. So like, if you want to bang your mom, like, might as well. You're going to hell, buddy. Yeah. So which I don't know, right? So I don't know. I'm giving this episode like a 6.5 out of 10. I am somewhat interested in continuing watching the show, but it's like I don't know if I want to, pay like $20 for like a show that I'm not 100% sure like I want to watch, unless the detective stuff gets better, which I don't think it will, to be honest. But I don't know. Maybe fuck it. We'll see. All right, guys. That's it for today's video.